For our project site visit, our group visited the Del Rio Pulte Group development in Bastrop, Texas. I'll be giving a little bit of the overview. This is a development that's being taken place in Bastrop, which is East Austin. So if Austin's right here, Bastrop is right here. This development is meant to capture kind of the older, aging demographic scene in Austin, to where they still are close to Austin, but they're also a little more secluded, and Bastrop is a little more secluded than Austin. This is a 503 planned residence development, and the key is the Del Webb for the Pulte Group is their higher end homes. So these are supposed to be kind of the nicer homes that a person's gonna buy, and so that typically targets their aging and older demographic. So their phase one, for their kind of overview of everything, and I'm sure more people will touch on it, is 260-ish homes, and then the rest of everything will come in phase 2, 3, and 4. They broke ground in July of 2025, and they're kind of expected to sell throughout this entire year, and all the way into 2028.
And during our site visit to Pulte Homes, we observed several practices that stood out in terms of quality control and safety management. We started out by touring different types of homes they offered in different floor plans. The floor plans were very open and clean and comfortable living environment. Some of the homes also included upstairs living areas, which could be used for hosting grandchildren or additional living space. They also had widened door areas and different shower options, I guess you could say, as showers were more wide, and they also offered seating arrangements in the showers if they would like that. We also noticed the pink dot system is a visual quality control method where anything that needs correction is marked with the pink dot. It makes it so subcontractors, superintendents, and inspectors can quickly identify problem areas. We also noticed that they had a construction manager, quality manager, and safety manager. They were all consistently present, walking the site, coordinating with different trades, and ensuring all of the work met project standards. The was clean and organized job site. All materials were neatly stored, and debris was minimal. And it improves efficiency by allowing workers to move around easily and find what they need.
Second up, we have Pulte Homes has their 10-step build quality experience. And so we start with the introduction, which is this is where you meet your Pulte construction manager. He's your partner throughout the experience, and he or she will go over everything from your plan selections and options to establish a communication plan that works for you. Second is the foundation inspection. Your construction manager will inspect your new home's foundation to make sure everything is off to a great start, validating installation of key components per their high construction standards. Other third-party inspections are completed at this step before pouring the foundation of your new home. Number 3 is the frame inspection. At this stage, your construction manager inspects your home's framing with an eye for quality to help ensure your home is built to last. Number 4 is the mechanical inspection. This time will be utilized by your construction manager to review your home's insulation, plumbing, electrical, mechanical installations, and confirm that all mechanical options have been included and properly installed. Number 5 is the pre-drywall orientation. Before they put up the drywall, you'll be given a guided walkthrough to show your home's mechanical systems that will soon be enclosed. This is their opportunity to show the quality features that have been built into your home. It's also your first chance to really envision what the actual living space will be like. Number 6 is the final inspection. This is the stage right before final completion of your home. At this stage, your construction manager reviews the components in your home. This is your construction manager's official verification of the quality in all aspects of your nearly completed home. Number 7 is the home complete confirmation. After your construction manager's final inspection, another Pulte team member performs an additional independent quality review to help ensure the home is ready for the pre-closing orientation. Number 8, the pre-closing orientation. The construction manager will provide you a guided tour through your new home to review the expectations of the products, functionality, maintenance, and warranty. You'll also confirm that your options are installed correctly and that your home is complete. In the event of any issues or concerns that may arise, your construction manager will address them prior to the celebration.
Next one went over was challenges. So the challenges that each build faces is obviously specific to the location. One that Pulte Homes talked about was because of their area location. Being around the Austin, that their location on 35 was to the west was a completely different type than it was to the east. And so with these challenges come different scheduling conflicts. So either how much it's going to take to actually put infrastructure in, how long it's going to take to do drainage areas and similar products, and that each of these challenges is unique to each home and each area that they build in, along with all the self-performing stuff they have. So all their financial systems and their actual building systems, that each one of them has their own set of difficulties and how they coordinate them with each other. One of the biggest things with residential is market, so that the market is constantly changing with homes, what they cost, what building material costs, because it's such a smaller scale, so it affects the customers more. And these are all varied with external factors, whether they're actually related directly to the real estate market or they're related to the materials or politically. And that it's sometimes either hard to find work or there's too much work and you have to balance those. And so these are just another way of having to schedule their time and their money management that they constantly talked about just being in residential. And the biggest thing is their day-to-day mishaps and their small communication. So either their communications with their subcontractors and actually building the site and either miscommunication there or none at that. And then obviously their managers. So like I said, there was 3 different sets of managers that roll through it and actually visit on site. And there's a lot of communication needed between them and sales and the customer. And so any period in that has a misstep can be a big issue. And while we were actually walking there was a subcontractor on the roof that was not tied off whatsoever. And so one of the managers stepped aside and corrected him. And that was just an example of something that could be on a much larger scale or just a bunch of those small mishaps that happen. And listen.
So 3 lessons that all of us learned as a group that we took away from this visit to Pulte Homes. First would be the adaptability is essential in the residential construction industry. So one of the most important lessons that we learned during this site is how critical adaptability is for long-term success. We found it especially interesting that during periods of economic slowdown, when home sales decrease, construction managers and safety personnel step into sales roles. This showed me that professionals in the industry are not limited to one skill set. They have to be flexible and willing to take on whatever is necessary for the betterment of the company, especially during economic droughts. We'll carry this mindset by developing a diverse skill set and being open to learning roles outside of our primary focus to remain valuable. The second lesson is attention to detail and understanding each construction phase is crucial. So seeing home at different stages, from the foundation phase to framing, HVAC installation, structural components like wood framing, gusset panels, gave us all a deeper appreciation for how detailed and coordinated the building process is. As referenced earlier in our presentation, there were 3 different people assigned to inspecting the slab process, and thus was determined by pink or green dots to show how far along they were in the foundation part. Each phase builds on the previous one, and mistakes early on can impact the entire project, which makes this crucial. This experience taught the importance of precision planning and communication across all stages of construction. In my future career, I'll prioritize understanding the full life cycle of a project to ensure quality and efficiency. And then the last lesson, probably the most important, is the customer experience and design play a major role in the home building process. So touring the model homes designed for upper level senior citizens highlighted how important it is to tailor spaces for specific lifestyles. So features like outdoor kitchens for entertainment, modern color palettes, and the overall welcoming atmosphere demonstrated how builders focus not just on the structure, but on creating a comfortable living space for each customer. I also noticed how hospitable the staff was. They reinforced the idea that customer interaction is a key part of the business. This taught us that success in the field requires both technical knowledge and strong interpersonal skills. In our career, we'll aim to balance functionality, aesthetics, and customer satisfaction. Thank you.